Hey girl, if you're new here, my name is Sharonda. Today we're going to be doing a chit chat get ready with me while I do this makeup look and this hair. So please, if you're interested, keep on watching.
Any man I'd ever date, generate more money than I blow it all on my own girls.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be doing a chit chat get ready with me. So let's get into it. So first, I do have a list of topics that I wanted to just kind of talk about in this video, so just bear with me. If you see me looking down, I'm either looking at my makeup or I am looking at the topics that I sent myself. First, before that, we're gonna prep our skin for the makeup. So this moisturizer that I'm gonna be using is the La Roche-Posay Double Repair Face Moisturizer. This is the one that has SPF 30 in it. That might be too much moisturizer, but whatever. I got some in my hair. Also, I burnt myself today with the curling iron, so that's great, right? We're gonna go in with primer, which today's primer is gonna be the Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm in the shade Universal. It just looks like this. So the first thing I really want to talk about, and the thing that is like really bothering me about the world the most, probably would have to be kids nowadays not having like a teen phase or like a preteen phase. I feel strongly about this just because when I was growing up, like middle school, high school, that whole time, I was going through a little preteen phase. We had our shows that were catered to teenagers. We had our music. We had OMG Girls, Mindless Behavior. We had Justin Bieber. We had everybody, Lil Twist, Jacob Latimore, Symphonique, all of those people. But right now, the teenagers don't have anything like that. So I feel like that's why they're jumping straight into grown folks' business. And we weren't like that growing up. Like me, when my mom used to be cussing people out on her phone, and I would come in there and try to listen to her conversation, she would literally cuss me out and tell me to stay in a child's place. And I feel like the kids nowadays are not doing the same thing. I feel like the parents nowadays are not doing the same thing. I think they're enabling their kids and making them feel like they're growner than what they are, which is why they disrespect any and everyone, whether that's teachers, adults, parents, whoever. I feel like their parents aren't, well, not even the parents, because obviously the parents aren't doing what they need to do, but I feel like the lack of things catered to children is really like hindering everybody's mind. I feel like the internet is literally ruining everything. Like literally. Like, don't get me wrong, I like to doom scroll sometimes. I like to be on TikTok just scrolling and laughing at videos, but sometimes people take it overboard. People take the whole internet thing too far, and that bothers me sometimes. So after doing the blurring balm, I'm gonna do the True Match foundation. I'm doing W7 and W8. I feel like W8 is too warm and this one is too light, so I'm just gonna mix those. I'm not gonna put on a ton of makeup because I'm not going anywhere. I'm just chatting with y'all. So I'm gonna put that on the back of my hand. We're gonna mix it, and then we're gonna use this brush to mix it. But yeah, so I feel like literally, even down to the way that the teens or preteens nowadays want to dress, I feel like it's nowhere near what we were wearing back then. We had Aeropostale, we had, what else did we have? We had Hollister, American Eagle, we had VS Pink, Victoria's Secret Pink, all of those things. I feel like now the kids now, they immediately want some Lululemon or Aloe, or they want a Chanel bag, and it's kind of like, y'all not being realistic. Y'all are not grown. Y'all are literally still children. Like, you haven't even reached puberty all the way, and you want to act like you're older than what you are. And I don't understand that. Like, literally, when I was their age, I wanted to grow up and get out of my mom's house, whatever. But now I want to go back. I want to be a teenager again and don't have any bills. So if you're a teenager and you're watching this, please take advantage of all the things that you have right now, because you're gonna wish that you did when you get older. Actually, I'm not gonna go in with foundation first. I'm gonna do a little bit of color correcting with the e.l.f. color corrector in the shade orange. I'm just gonna do a little here. Yeah, that's what irritates me the most. It's like, y'all think y'all know everything and y'all literally don't. And I feel like that's also why the kids nowadays are super aggressive, because it's like, y'all moms and y'all dads are not whooping y'all enough. Because see, me, my mama used to whoop my ass. Like, I'm not even playing. Like, she did not play. I feel like I didn't really get disciplined as much because I didn't really do anything. I was like the good child. I was the one, honestly, I was the one that was afraid of my mom. Like, my siblings, they did not care. They defied her any chance that they got. Me, on the other hand, it was just something about her that I was afraid of, so I never would try her. But I feel like the kids these days, they don't have Hannah Montana, That's So Raven, they don't have High School Musical, they don't have SpongeBob, they don't have anything to like really have them, what's the word? I don't know, it's weird. Cause it's like the streamers and the rappers and stuff like that, that is their Justin Bieber's. Kai Cenat is their Justin Bieber. And he doesn't make music, but you understand what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you don't have the young girls running through the mall to see celebrities that are catered to people in their age group. They're running through the mall to see NBA Youngboy. Even though NBA Youngboy is young or whatever, but his music isn't really catered to children. And I feel like that's all his fan base is. It's not necessarily older crowd. It's more so the younger people, like the younger teenagers. And I feel like that's the problem. Putting a little foundation on top of this. But yeah, I definitely feel like the teenagers that are growing up now have not went through their MySpace page and coming home every day after school and changing your top 10 friends because somebody made you mad at school. Or you aren't really on Twitter all night talking about a boy band and like who they're dating and why they need to be dating you versus somebody else. Y'all are literally like gunning people down at the age of 11, 12. Y'all are literally trying to fight older people in grocery stores for no reason. I feel like the generation that's coming up is just so angry. I don't know. They're like very angry for whatever reason. I don't know why they're so angry, but I feel like every time I see videos of younger kids, like teenagers, they're always like being aggressive or like just so mad at the world. And it's kind of like, you literally don't understand how good you have it. Like, the parents that y'all have now have way more than the parents that had that when we were growing up. Okay, so we're doing some foundation. I feel like my face is breaking out on this side, but let's not worry about that right now. Yeah, I definitely think the lack of things that are catered to teenagers or preteens is definitely affecting the way children can communicate, I guess. And it's definitely giving them too much access to too many things that they don't need to have access to. For instance, like I was watching Bad Girls Club probably in high school. I think I was like a freshman, or like a sophomore or something. I don't really remember. But I feel like Bad Girls Club wasn't as bad as how Baddies is. Baddies is they're just fighting for no reason. Like y'all literally don't know why you're fighting. You're just fighting. I feel like Bad Girls Club, even though they were fighting, they weren't even fighting that much. And when they started to fight, they instantly broke it up. So it's like one isn't as bad as the other. I don't know. They need to also bring like magazines back that's like focused on teenagers. I was growing up, when I was like in middle school, high school, they had the little magazines. You take out the posters, you put them on your walls. Like kids literally aren't even thinking about that stuff anymore. All they care about is baddies and streamers and content houses. Like what is that? What is that? I don't. Huh? It's not really clicking to me.
You're not getting it. It's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to you that I'm.
Like I don't understand. So we did foundation. We're gonna do some concealer next. We're going in with the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer. I'm gonna go in with the darkest shade first, which is, I think it's 400, which is caramel. So I'm just gonna do a little bit. I don't want to do too much of it. Too much. I actually think I should do blush first, then blend out the concealer. So I'm gonna do blush, which is gonna be this liquid blush in the color Berry Well. So I did want to speak kind of like on adult friendships a little bit, just because I feel like I personally think friends are a huge part of your life. Even though people will get on the internet and say they don't need any friends. Oh, I don't want friends. I don't care because I don't have any friends. Nobody's a good friend anyway. I don't really agree with that. Everybody needs a good friend. Everybody needs a community, whether that's a good family, friends, co-workers. Well, not necessarily co-workers, but like people. You need people to rally around you. I feel like that's kind of like what life is all about, making connections and just being overall genuine with other people. So I hate when people say that friends are not important. You can live a life without friends. You really can. But yeah, so when it comes to, I feel like adult friendships are different from like teenage friendships, like when you're in high school and stuff like that. I don't feel like they're the same. I feel like when it comes to friendship while you're younger, of course you're going to be around them all the time. You guys go to middle school, high school together. You probably do extracurricular activities with your friends. You probably live next door to each other. And that's totally different when you become adult, because people are starting to try to get their lives together. You have people who go off to college. You have people who stay in their hometown and just have a 9-to-5 job and just go to and from work, who don't really do anything outside of that. You have friends that are having babies. You have friends that are getting married. And you have all those different situations. You have people that kind of deal with things differently than how they would when they were a teenager. So I feel like being friends with people as an adult versus teenage years are totally different. Even though I feel like the value should be the same, but definitely have moments where the basis of the friendships are not the same anymore. So for instance, like me, I had a baby. So I feel like having a baby definitely changed some of my friendships, just because I don't even though I moved out of my hometown, so I don't really see anybody that I was friends with before I had a baby. I don't necessarily see them often. So it's kind of like, if we're not seeing each other on a regular basis, then you're kind of like are missing out on most of each other's lives, I guess you could say. Of course, when I talk to y'all, you guys update me, whatever, but it's not necessarily being as close to people as you were before, just because you're not seeing them every day at school, or you're not going outside your house and seeing them on the weekends or things of that nature. And I definitely think me being a mom now has definitely changed the way that I don't know, what's the word? It definitely made me open my eyes to how valuable friendships are, the effort I would put into a friendship versus before. I feel like when you have a kid, your focus is more so on your family, more so on your child, and more so on just trying to not survive, but kind of like, I don't know. It's very, I feel like it's tough dealing with friendships as a parent, just because sometimes your friends want to go out, or they want to stay up late and you're too tired, or you're busy, or you're just not in the mood. You're burnt out from having to deal with your child all day, so it kind of feels like you're missing out on a lot, even though you don't want to. So I feel like that could kind of be misconstrued as, oh, you don't want to be my friend anymore, or you're not fun anymore just because you had a baby, blah, blah. Life really hits hard when you have a kid, and I don't feel like people really understand that. Also, even if you don't have kids, I feel like adult friendships take a lot of more effort, just because you have to actually have to put in the time to maintain those friendships. And if you aren't using that time wisely, you can literally just be throwing a friendship away, and you don't even realize it. So yeah. So I think that's definitely something I need to work on, because I feel like I'm always burnt out, or I'm just, and I always feel like if I'm not in the best mood, I don't want to reach out to people. I don't want to reach out to people if I'm not in a good headspace, because I don't want to ruin somebody's day with my problems, or I don't want to bring the mood down, because I don't like bothering people. I don't like talking about my problems to people. Usually like to deal with them on my own time. So that's usually why I don't reach out either. So I feel like me not reaching out because of my own personal reasons can definitely be seen as that I just don't want to talk to people, and that's not the case. So I feel like when it comes to adult friendships, I think communication is definitely the biggest thing that you should focus on. Adult friendships, easy to nurture if you kind of like put the effort in. Because personally, I don't really like talking on the phone. Even though sometimes I always wanted to be the friend to where I could just sit on the phone with you for hours and hours and hours, and we're just talking. But it's kind of like, I'm an adult now. I have to work, I have school, I have to deal with a baby. So I don't know. But you do have those people who are willing to like sit on the phone with you all the time. So I definitely feel like you have to find the type of friend you want. And if somebody isn't really being the friend that you need them to, you can communicate. And if something still doesn't change, then that's when you should decide to just leave them alone and then find your crowd, I guess. People hold on to friendships even when they know that it's not any value to them, and that sucks. So I'm also going to be highlighting down the bridge of my nose, my forehead, and my chin. We just did concealer under the eyes and the blush. And then after, we're going to do a little bronzer. I need to put more effort into the friendship that I have. Even though they don't live by me, I feel like that's what sucks the most. I feel like I can't even hang out with my friends. They don't live in the same state I live in anymore, so they don't live in the same state as me anymore, so it's definitely hard. And I'm not really someone that, I mean, I want to meet new people, but I'm not really like someone that's super pressed to go out and meet people, just because I am literally scared of making friends in the type of environment that we're in right now. I feel like people are quick to do stuff for social media, or are quick to kind of follow what's trending on social media instead of just being an actual person. So that's why I'm just like, I'm okay with just being in the house for now and just focusing on doing my hobbies. And once I go out of state and see my old friends, that's great. But yeah, outside of that, I'm not really pressed to meet new people, just because people are so weird. Like, you can literally have people meet you, find you on the internet, want to hang out with you just because of what they think you have from what you post on social media, not even knowing that it's literally not the same in real life. So that's just me personally. I see that a lot. I see people befriend other people just because of who they're connected to, and it's never genuine. It's always some underlining stuff. Like recently, I kind of seen a famous influencer say that one of her friends aren't friends anymore just because she was basically stealing from her and using her for stuff. And it's like, that's so weird to me, because it's like you can literally just build your own brand yourself and get into the doors that you want to get into on your own by putting the work in instead of using people for a come up. I definitely think that people with weird intentions are just the worst. Especially the people that fake like they're so genuine and deep down that they're not. That irritates me so bad. Let's do bronzer first. I think I'm just gonna do powder. I'm not gonna do any cream because I feel like that looks better. Let's do powder bronzer first, and then we're gonna do powder blush and under eyes. Bronzer, I'm gonna use in the Glam Bronze bronzer from Morphe in the shade Trailblazer. This is discontinued, but I've had her for a long time and she still hasn't hit pan yet, so love her. So we're gonna go with a little bit. The concept of making new friends in this generation is just non-existent. I feel like people aren't really open to genuine connections, whether it's friendships or relationships, only if it's beneficial to them. I feel like monetary wise or status wise, I feel like you're not really meeting people who really want to build a community unless you can get something from them, unless they can get something from you. And the world is just ruined that way, I feel like. So I'm not putting too much because I don't want to look too harsh. I recently seen this post where this boy was like, y'all can't handle male baddies. And I was like, who gonna be the boys?
But if everybody want to be a girl, who gonna be the boys? I keep saying that.
No, like literally, who's gonna be the boys? No, seriously. Because it's like starting to really affect me in a weird way. They feel like because they see so many women that are successful and are doing well for themselves that they don't have to do anything, that women are supposed to do all the work while they do nothing.
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that?
I don't know who made that rule, but no, that's not what this is. He said y'all can't take male baddies. I don't know. I just see men are like literally, I feel like men are giving women the bare minimum right now in the dating pool, because as long as they're putting out money, the women are gonna do whatever they say. And which is stupid on the women part. I'm sorry, women, but just because he has money doesn't mean that he doesn't have to do anything else for you. Like literally, no dates, no reassurance, no words of affirmation, no quality time, nothing. As long as he gives you money, you're okay with that? Please. You a dummy. If that's how you feel, you're a dummy. Like literally, that's all you see. Oh, if he can pay my bills, I'll just stay home and be a stay-at-home mom while he does whatever. No. You're gonna respect me and you're gonna treat me how I need to be treated. I don't care how much money you have. No. And that's what's wrong with the world today. Just because he has money doesn't mean he can dog walk you. So I'm gonna go in with the beauty blender, and then we're gonna set first with a pressed powder from Fit Me in the shade 310 Sun Beige, and then we're gonna go in with Peach Pie from Huda Beauty beauty blender. Yeah, so I feel like the dating pool in general looks terrible. I'm in a relationship, so I don't have those problems. No, but literally, like, I don't understand what's wrong with the world. Like, bring back the men that literally, like, yearn for their women. I feel like the men nowadays are just trying to impress other men. And it's like, why do you care so much about what other men think about you? Like, I don't know. That doesn't really translate to me. Like, if you say you like women, why does what other men think about you something that you care about? I don't know. The world is just weird. I don't know. I feel like ever since COVID, people have like lost their minds. Or am I tripping? Like, I don't understand. Everybody is just so focused on money, and nobody cares about their morals. Nobody cares about integrity. Nobody cares about honesty. It's super weird out here. That's why I literally stay in the house. I wish I would go out more, but I really don't want to deal with dumb people. It's like people just do stupid stuff. And it's like, why would you do that? Like literally, the more videos I see on social media, it's kind of like, are these the type of people that are really out in the world right now? Like literally ever since COVID, I've had social anxiety. Like I don't like being in places for too long. I don't like being close to people just because I feel like I'm still gonna get COVID. I see people who are living on their own, kind of bash people that are still being taken care of by their family. At some point, you should definitely be trying to venture out on your own and get your own apartment if you're old enough. I feel like there are people who literally haven't moved out of their parents' place just because they're too scared to step out on their own. And I don't feel like it's... Sometimes there are other reasons why people don't want to leave the nest, but majority of the time it's just about being afraid of taking that next step. And I feel like everybody once in their life should definitely try to move out on their own, just because you will never know how it feels until you actually do it. Like me personally, my family, the reason I moved out really was because my family that I was living with was super toxic and I didn't want to deal with that anymore. So that's why I moved out, and I always wanted to like live on my own. I don't know. I don't necessarily see anything wrong with you living with your family if you aren't able to do it on your own per se. But I feel like there are people who live with their parents and are kind of taking advantage of what their parents provide to them. But you know, I try to mind my business. So if that's what you're doing to your family or doing to your parents or whoever you live with, then that's you. But me, on the other hand, I was out of there the first thing smoking. I ain't have time. I don't know. When you have toxic family, those are the people who usually move out first. I feel like if you have a family that cares about you and just are genuinely a family to you, don't move out. That's a you choice that you need to make. But I don't know. The toxic families, I definitely, if you have a toxic family, I definitely suggest moving out. Even if you get a studio apartment, girl, that's still an apartment. It doesn't matter. Just do it. And I bet you, when you get that apartment by yourself, you're never want to go back. But yeah, blush. This is the NYX buttermilk blush in filling butter. And I don't think I'm gonna do any eyeshadow. I'm gonna add some bronzer. Everybody should experience living in their own at least once. I definitely feel like everybody should experience moving out of state at least once too. Because I feel like people who do it, they always say they love it. And I'm telling you that I love it. So I think you should do it. Moving out of state wasn't necessarily that hard, even though I moved with my significant other. But I feel like just the process in general wasn't necessarily a hard process. It definitely takes some organizing, but I definitely say set up a trip, go look at apartments, and apply. I don't feel like that could hurt you in any way. Just do it. Definitely make sure you have a job first, though. Because I see some people who literally will move out of state with no job lined up, nothing lined up, and just feel like you don't have to do anything else. It's just going to fall in your lap. No. Baby, you need that job. Like, you literally need it. We're going to do, I want to do some liner today. I think I'm going to do liquid. I thought I had a liquid liner, but I guess I have two brow tint pens. I thought I had a liquid liner, but I'm going to use it as a liquid liner today. So I'm just going to do a little wing and let's do waterline. I'm terrified of doing waterline. I haven't done it in a while, so fingers crossed. I'm putting in here. Some of the things I definitely want to work on is being consistent with YouTube. I feel like I'm kind of like done trying with like short form. Well, I do shorts on here, but I feel like with TikTok is like so up and down, and I'm literally over it. It's literally like one day I get a lot of engagement on the video, and then the next it's literally 70 views. Like, I don't understand. I probably have to do a little bit more in the inner corner on this eye. I think I'm gonna do lashes. I got these from the beauty supply store. No, I actually got these from H-E-B. I don't know the brand, but whatever. We're gonna do these today. I feel like social media has literally ruined everything. I feel like social media has given everybody a voice when they don't need a voice. I definitely feel like it has definitely made a lot of bullies in the world. I feel like we have people who always say, stop bullying and cyberbullying and it's wrong. And they're literally contributing to it on social media. Like, any positive post that you see someone post, literally go to the comments and see how many negative comments are under there. It's insane. Like, even when people get engaged, there are women in their comments telling them, posting their own engagement rings, saying, oh, this is how my ring look. I just got engaged. Da, da, da. Like, let this person who posted the original thing have their moment. Like, that's why I try not to like look at the drama-filled posts. Like, when it comes to like gossip, I kind of just focus on like the funny videos or like the luxury vlogs or just vlogs in general, lifestyle content. I don't like the whole T pages, that sort of thing. I try to steer clear from that because I don't like messy stuff. That's just too messy, and y'all be in too many people's business. Like, who are you to tell somebody what they should and shouldn't do? And who are you to tell somebody that their engagement ring isn't cute because you have something else? It's not your ring, it's not your engagement, and it's not your marriage. I'm irritated. Just thinking about that just irritates me. Because, like, everybody think they're better than everybody else, and they have no room to talk about the next person. Put these lashes on. I use hair bonding glue for my lashes. Okay, lashes are on. I think the last thing I'm going to do is mascara, and I'm trying to find mine. I'm just going to go in with the Lancome Idol mascara. Put it on the bottom. I definitely think I want to do more chit chat get ready with me's, just because I like talking about stuff that's going on in the world right now. Because I know I'm not the only person in the world that feels the way I feel about certain things, and I definitely would love to hear everybody else's input about certain stuff. But yeah, so we're gonna do setting spray. I should have waited to do the mascara after. I also need to do my brows, micro brow pencil in the shade black for brows, and then I'm gonna do lips, and then we're done. My brows already look good, so I don't think I'm gonna use this tonight. I'm just gonna use the brow pencil and probably not even do a lot. I'm just gonna fill it in just a little bit. Next, we're gonna do lip combo. My go-to lip liner in Cross the Line. Lip liner and gloss. I'm gonna do plumping gloss from e.l.f. in the shade Pink Paloma. And then Essence Lip Shine in the shade Summer Punch, which is my go-to. She definitely is super shiny. I don't know, I feel like I don't really like dark lip liner like that. I don't know why. Just not a fan. Oh, let's do setting spray before I put my hair down. We're gonna do the L'Oreal Infallible 3-second setting mist. So hopefully the liner doesn't mess up my concealer. I hate doing setting spray when it gets in my mouth. Yuck.
Yuck!
Okay, so this is the final look. I had so much fun chit-chatting with y'all. If you guys have any comments or any thoughts about the topics that I discussed today, let me know in the comments. And if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see y'all in my next one. Bye.